Hi guys, welcome to another video. It's Ndagire here. Thanks for coming. As always, for the subscribers, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. In today's video, this is something that I usually talk about, but I don't see a lot of people come out to speak about these things, especially African women. Well, when you leave the African continent, unfortunately, the world sees you as a black person. But yeah, watch this clip, come back, and let's talk about it.
So, I've lived in Dubai for almost 8 years. I did my high school here, my national diploma, my bachelor's, my master's here in Dubai. I had my child here, everything. And every single time I've been disrespected in this country, it's been coming from the low-budgeted Arabs. By that, I mean it's coming from the Egyptians, the Lebanese people, the Iraqis, the other low, broke, budgeted Arabs. You know, those are the ones that discriminate black people in this country, including the Indians, who I'm categorizing with Pakistani, Bangladesh, whatever, that community. It's always you people that discriminate black people and make Dubai look like it's racist and they discriminate against black people, but it's coming from the low budget Arabs and the Indians. Why are you so comfortable to do that? I posted the other video about racism in the UAE and I saw so many comments. I wish I could go through all of them. It's very sad that all of us are experiencing the same thing just because of our skin color. But what triggered me to post that video was because I've been trying to secure an apartment here in Sharjah, but I've not been able to. Not because I could not afford it, but just because I'm black. Real estate agents in Sharjah will not give an apartment to a black family. Just because we're black, they will not give us a home. There's a new rule in Sharjah by the real estate company saying no Africans. By that, they only mean us black Africans from South Africa, East Africa, West Africa. But anyone else from the North Africa, the Arabs, you know, the ones I'm always talking about, they are allowed to have homes. But us dark-skinned people are not allowed to. That's why I posted that video.
How did the Arabs treat you in general in Dubai?
For me, I take treatment from Arabs according to where they come from.
Right.
Yeah. So you have the Arabs that you see, that is your Egyptians, those are your Algerians. Indians, they will treat you bad at a workplace because they have more privilege.
Yeah.
A Filipino racist,
Filipino
racism is in the air, on the road, on the train, everywhere.
I've noticed every time I talk about the things that go on in those countries, in that place, people come in the comments to say, oh, you're lying, your experience is not for everybody. I mean, this is a good example. She's a black woman, she's an African woman actually, who has been there for 8 years. Like she said, she started from there, from high school. That's a good experience of somebody to be in a country, you know. It's interesting that even someone who has been there for a long time, like 8 years, is still denied a home because they are black. You know, when we talked about this same issue with my friend Esther, people were like, oh, you girls were doing some shady things there. Maybe you are being prostitutes. You are not good people. You are not respecting the culture of that place. Like, I had a lot of things and I was just laughing. You know, every time I see those comments, I laugh because I'm like, really? And then so you see this person that has been there and she's saying it's not because she couldn't afford to get into the house that she was looking for, but because she was black. When I see someone coming out to speak about the same thing that we spoke about, that the most racist people to African people, to black people especially, are the so-called people of color, POC people as Americans call them. They feel like they are way above and better than African or black people, which to me makes me laugh. Like, really? What makes you feel that? Is it because you feel like you're next to white people and you want to be like them, so you see us as nothing? Because that's how they actually make it look like. Like I said, there are instances where you would go for job interviews and they would say no black, bluntly. No black, no African. But if you're coming from the northern African part, then you would be seen as someone. Like I say, you would get in trains and they would not want to sit next to you. The only places where they wanted black people are the places of security, places of cleaning, places of maids. That's when they are like, oh, Africans are wanted, African woman wanted, African man wanted. But when it came to positions where we have skill of knowledge, no black, no African. African people don't want to come out and speak about this. Also, I would say because of the religion of Islam. Like, when you come out and speak about these things, they want to threaten you. They want you to keep quiet. They want to silence you. Why? Because African Muslims have to go to Mecca, they have to go to their holy lands in the Arab nations for them to meet their creator in some way or the other. So when you speak about the injustices and the things that these people are doing to us, probably they'll be denied from accessing that place. So they want you to keep quiet about the atrocities happening to you, for them to still be part of that place in the Arab nations. And it's crazy. I find it really crazy. And then there's this clip of this Arab woman trying to say that the reason why African people or black people are discriminated is because of the things that the Arabs have had of black people. Maybe we've committed crimes that they've had of. And then I wonder to myself, and these the same people that came and enslaved African people? Should we not be the ones that should be more mad and scared of them? I mean, they came and did atrocities in Africa. They are still doing atrocities to African people. They are still seeing African people as nothing. And she has the audacity to say that, oh, they had stories maybe about black people. That's why they don't want to associate with you. Guys, watch this clip.
The majority of Arabs or Muslims that dislike black people have either been wronged by them or like some way wronged, or have heard stories of multiple people being wronged or like taken advantage of or murdered or something by that race. So they hold a grudge against that race particularly.
So what we are not going to do is downplay the anti-blackness and the discrimination that exists in the Arab communities towards black people. Arabs still treat black people as slaves. They think black people are less of human beings. I mean, look at Morocco. Look at the Gulf. The amount of Kenyan women who've gone to the Gulf to look for jobs, and these women are literally burnt for entertainment. They are burnt for entertainment. These women come back home in wheelchairs if they survive at all. But you're gonna come here and talk about 9/11 being a perfect example. So by your analogy, all Muslims should be treated some type of way because of 9/11. But if I told you to mention one thing that black people ever did to Arabs, any point in history where black people were so powerful and they did something to Arabs to warrant this kind of retaliation or justifies this kind of treatment, you're not going to tell me anything, because there's no point in history. So again, what we are not going to do is make excuses for our people who are committing atrocities to another different race or type of people. Because they often do these things and they often go unchecked and nobody wants to talk about it, and people continue to suffer under the Arab community. Black people are suffering and we have to call it as it is. We are not going to make excuses for that. No justification whatsoever. People are suffering. So stop making excuses.
The low esteemed poor Arabs from Turkey, from Bangladesh, from Nepal, those people are the worst at treating black people like shit. And it needs to get into the light. We need to stop hiding. African people, stop hiding. This is something that is affecting us. The way you're sold by your own people every single day to go and be slaves in the Arab nations, and then you let things happen to you and you still keep quiet. It's not going to change. You'll still be treated the same way for eternity until we speak up. Nothing is going to change. The reason why we concentrate a lot on white racism, white people, white colonialist, white history is because of black Americans. They are living in a place where there is majority of white governance, white rules, white regulations, white people. So they are oppressed by white people and they speak about white people. And we Africans, on the other hand, are oppressed by the Arabs, by the Asians, but we don't speak about it. And also when you come out and speak about it, people want you to keep quiet. People feel offended and attacked because of their religion that they have, which is Islam. And it's not helping us as a people. The energy that we put on white people is the same energy we should be putting on these Arabs, these Asians that are treating us as shit more than the actual white people today in 2024. Because let me tell you guys, us concentrating on just white racism and neglecting these people that also do the same thing, if not to us, is not helping us in any way. It's not helping us in any way. We need to put a lot of pressure on these people to also see that we know how they are treating us and how they see us. It's us to do that. It's us to speak up. I hope that makes sense. Guys, let me know what you think about this. I found it interesting and I liked that African people are coming out, but we need to do more. We really, really need to do more. Guys, that is it for me in the video. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate your time. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell like I said I'm always posting. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.